guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make the matching top to our flower bucket hat. So the flower bucket hat is our most recent crochet tutorial, and if you haven't yet checked it out, we already have it on the channel as well as a written pattern on my online shops. I'll be leaving all the links in the description box below. So today we're going to get a matching top because so many people are requesting for the matching top after releasing the bucket hat design, and today we are here to do that. And you can see some of the images of this combination on body, and it looks really perfect. It's beautiful and perfect for summer. And yeah, let's jump right into the materials. So for the materials, you will need yarn. The yarn that I'm using is a DK weight size 3 yarn, and it's called Winter King. And I used approximately 1.5 balls of this color. So you'll have a main color, just have 2 balls to just be on the safe side. So your main color and then several other colors to make your flowers, as you can see here. So you're going to have some scrap yarn on the side. This project is perfect for scrap yarn, and that scrap yarn is going to make the flowers so that our piece is colorful, as you can see in this image. So you also need a darning needle. The hook that I'm using is a 4mm crochet hook and a pair of scissors. And that's basically it. Let's jump right into the video. So you're going to get your main color, and we're going to start off with a bracket. We are starting off with a slip knot. Twist over your yarn like this, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. That's our slip knot. And we're going to make a chain. I'll be recommending a number of chains, but for me, I made a chain of 16. So for all the other sizes, just look on the screen and do the number of chains required for your size. So you yarn over, pull through, that's 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So after your desired number of chains, you're going to go into the second chain from the hook. So not this one, this is the first chain, and then into the second chain, you're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. That's a single crochet. We're going to continue to do this in each and every chain. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. Go into the next chain, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. So that's all that we are going to do for now until we have only 1 chain left. So we are placing 1 single crochet in each and every chain across our starting chain until we have only 1 chain left. So here we are with only 1 chain left here. You're going to go into that very last chain with a total of 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And at this point, you can get a stitch marker. I didn't mention it as a requirement, but if you have one, this is the point where we're going to place our stitch marker. You're going to place your stitch marker into the second stitch of the 3 single crochets that you just placed. And then we're going to go onto the back of the starting chain. So we are literally working our row 1 like this in a U shape. So we're going to go onto the back of the foundation chain, and we're going to go into each and every chain with 1 single crochet while working around the chain, the little extra chain that we had at the beginning. So we're going to just weave it in while working on this side. So we're going into each and every chain with 1 single crochet while weaving in the tail. So this is row 1. We're still on row 1, and our rows are going to be worked in a U shape. So just like that, we are done with row 1 after placing our last single crochet into the last chain, and this is what your work will look like. This is the base of our bra cup. As you'll see later on, we're going to keep working in a U shape, back and forth, and this side is supposed to be flat, and working like this is going to build up the bra cup, as you'll see later on. So from here, you're going to make a chain of 1 and turn your work. Single crochet in each and every single crochet from the previous row. You're single crocheting once in each and every stitch until you get to the stitch before the stitch marker. So 1 single crochet into each and every stitch until you get to the stitch before the stitch marker. All right, so the stitch before the stitch marker is this one, and I'm going to place 1 single crochet into it. And then the one with the stitch marker, which is this one, you're going to remove your stitch marker and you're going to place 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3, all in the same stitch. And then from here, you're going to get your stitch marker and mark the middle single crochet of the 3 single crochets that you just placed. And then you're going to go all the way down, placing 1 single crochet in each single crochet from the previous row until the end of the row. So just like that, we're coming to the end of the row, and you'll place 1 single crochet into the very last stitch. And then we're going to repeat row 2 again and again, working back and forth until our bra cup grows to create enough coverage for our bust or our breast. So chain 1, turn your work, single crochet once in each and every stitch until you get to the stitch with the stitch marker, where things will change. You will place, instead of only 1 single crochet, you will place 3 single crochets into the stitch with the stitch marker, and then replace the stitch marker into the middle stitch of the 3 single crochets that you just placed, and then continue with only 1 single crochet in each and every stitch till the end of the row. So we are here, remove the stitch marker, place 3 single crochets into that stitch that had the stitch marker, replace the stitch marker into the middle stitch of the 3 single crochets, and then single crochet once in each of the remaining stitches until the end of the row. So that's basically it. That's what we are going to do until we create enough coverage for our bra cup. So right now I'm on row 3. Let me keep working this same exact row until I have enough coverage, and I'll come back and let you know how many rows that I ended up doing, as well as recommend how many rows to do for the different sizes. So just go ahead working back and forth, and I'll meet you back when mine is ready. Alright guys, I ended up repeating row 2 until I had a total of 17 rows, and this is just perfect for size medium. And if we are to take some measurements, my bra cup measures approximately from top to bottom, I have about 7.5 inches. And if I measure the base of the bra cup, I'm getting a total of about 7.5 inches as well. So this is for a size medium, and I'll be recommending a number of rows to do for the different sizes. And once you get to this point, this is not gospel truth. You can add on or subtract depending on the fitting that you're going for. So once you get done with this, you're going to grab your yarn and you're going to make a chain, which is going to act as a strap for our bra cup. So you make a slip knot and then attach it at the top corner of our bra cup, and then make a single crochet into that same exact stitch. And now I'm going to just make a simple chain. So you can decide to make your straps thicker. I have a method that I use to make thicker straps, and I'll be leaving it on the screen for those who want their straps to appear thicker. But for me, I'm going to just go ahead and make a normal chain of about 100 chains for my upper strap. So after your 100 chains, or whatever number of chains that you've decided to do for your strap, you're going to make a chain of 1 and fasten off and cut your yarn. So after your strap, you're going to get your darning needle and weave in this tail as well, the one that attached onto the bra cup, where we attached to start working on the strap. So I'm going to just weave it in on the back side of my work. And just like that, we are done with our very first bra cup. Now we're going to first do all the details on this one, and then we shall go ahead and do the same exact process for our second one. And yeah, so now we're going to create a flower that sits at the base of this bra cup, and then later on we shall create a half flower that sits at the top of the bra cup. So let me first teach you how to make the flower, and then we shall come back and attach our flower onto what we already have. And we're going to now make flowers. So you're going to choose what color that you want for the center part of your very first flower. For me, it's going to be the same exact color as the heart. And you're going to start off with a slip knot. I'll be demonstrating one flower, and then you'll go ahead and make multiple of them in order to suit where you want to place your flowers. So start off with a slip knot and make a chain of 4. After your chain of 4, you're going to go into the very first chain with a double crochet. So far we have 2 double crochets because the chain 3 at the beginning of the row counts as a stitch. So we have 2 double crochets. You're going to go ahead and make a total of 10 more double crochets to make a total of 12 double crochets for round 1. So 10 more into the same exact chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So just cross check to make sure you have a total of 10 double crochets, including the first chain 3 of the round. And then you're going to go on top of the very first chain 3 and place a slip stitch. So insert your hook and pull through all, and that marks the end of round 1. You're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Now you're going to go on to your next color. For me, that will be white. And you're going to attach it in any stitch. I'm going to attach it where I placed the slip stitch. So on top of the chain 3 of the previous round, that's where I'm going to attach my white yarn. And then you're going to place a single crochet into the same exact stitch. Just insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all. That's a single crochet. And now you're going to make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to go into the second chain from the hook, which is this one. You insert your hook, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through all. That's a single crochet. And then you're going to single crochet in each of the next 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. And in total you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets. From here you're going to make a chain of 1, and this doesn't count as anything, it doesn't count as a stitch. And you're going to slip stitch where you placed your previous single crochet, in that space where the single crochet is coming from, in that space, and you're going to place a slip stitch. This is going to be the color of the petals, as you'll see later on. From here you're going to go into the next stitch and place a single crochet into the next stitch, and then create another petal. So this is our very first petal, and we want a total of 6 petals. So after your 2 single crochets here, you're going to make a chain of 5, just as we did for this petal. Go into the second chain from the hook, place a single crochet in each of the next 3 chains to make a total of 4 single crochets, just like that. And then you're going to make a chain of 1 and slip stitch in the stitch with the previous single crochet here into that space and place a slip stitch. So go all the way around doing this: single crochet into the next stitch and single crochet into the next stitch, just like that, and create your next petal. Chain 5, single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and continue to single crochet in each of the next 3 chains. Chain 1, slip stitch into that single crochet space, that space here. Single crochet into the next 2 stitches once, create your next petal. And by now you should be knowing how to create the petals. 1, 2, 3, and 4 single crochets along the petal, and then make a chain of 1 and slip stitch in the space of the single crochet. So repeat that all the way around. Just watch what I'm doing. I'll record this whole process because it's not so long. Alright, so once you make a slip stitch after your 6th petal, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I've placed my slip stitch into that space where the single crochet was, and from here you're going to go into the very last stitch of the round with a single crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the round. Go into it with a slip stitch, and that marks the end of round 2. Round 3, we are going to use the same exact color as round 2 unless you want to change. So for round 3, you're going to go along the sides, all the way along the sides, on top and into the other side of your petal. We're going to work around the petals. So you're going to go into that very first stitch with 1 single crochet, half double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and then into the next stitch there you're going to place a total of 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. After your 4 double crochets here, you're going to turn onto this other side, go into the next stitch, which is this one, with a total of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And after that you're going to go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Alright, so after your last single crochet here, you're going to skip over the chain 1 space, which is this one, and go into the next single crochet with a slip stitch. So this is 1 petal finished, as you can see, very cute. And from here you're going to slip stitch into the next single crochet once. Now we're going to go onto the side of the next petal. So starting with the very first stitch, you're going to place a single crochet, a half double crochet stitch into the next stitch, a double crochet stitch into the next stitch, and into the very last here you're going to go in there with a total of 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then into the next stitch, which is this one, you're going to go in there with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch. From here you're going to skip over the chain 1 space and slip stitch in each of the next 2 single crochets once. This is our second petal finished, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So we're repeating the same exact process that we've done for our previous petals onto each and every petal, so that we have a total of 6 completed petals. So far we have 2 completed, and we want a total of 6 petals looking like this. Alright, these are all our 6 petals finished, and after your last single crochet here, you're going to skip over the chain 1 space and slip stitch into the single crochet, the last single crochet of the previous round. And then from here you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Pull through. So this is how this flower is made. We are done with all our 6 petals and they're finished. Now we're going to attach them onto our hat. But before we do that, we are going to make sure we get rid of all the loose ends. I'm going to just tie a double knot at the back. Just make sure you don't distort the shape of the flower, or you can even use a darning needle to weave in the ends. For me, I'm going to just use knots because we're not going to see the back of the flower. So this is an easier approach for me. And I'm going to cut off all the loose ends. Just like that. Alright guys, now that you know how to make your flower, one of the flowers that I'm going to be attaching, I decided to use white in the middle section and then yellow on the boundary color. And I'm going to attach it at the base of my bra cup, just like this, as you can see here. Now you're going to get your darning needle and thread it with your boundary color, the same exact color that we have here. And we're going to start attaching our flower onto our bra cups. Now we're just going to go around the petals like this, all the way around the petals until it's fully attached onto our bra cup. To do that, you're going to use your darning needle and go in and out of every stitch of the flower, just like that. And make sure you don't distort the shape of the flower. Make sure the shape of the flower remains intact, just like that, as you can see here. Just go all the way around in the best way possible so that the flower attaches onto the bra cup. Alright guys, we are back to where we started joining from, and our flower is fully attached, and as you can see, the back side is not also as shabby. Make sure you keep your work neat and clean, as you can see here. And from here you're going to just push your tail onto the back side of your work, just like this, and we're going to just go ahead and tie a knot at the back of our work using the 2 strands, the beginning strand and then the ending strand, just like that. Just make a double or a triple knot to even make it more secure, and then you're going to cut off the excess yarn. So that is our full flower attached onto the bra cup. Now I'm going to show you how to make the half flower that's supposed to sit at the top of our bra cup, just like this. So I'm going to teach you how to do this piece, and then we shall attach it just as we've done this one. Alright, so for the second flower, which is the half flower, we are going to follow the same exact instructions as for round 1 of the full flower. And then when it comes to the end of round 1, you will close off your round and then switch to your next color, which is the boundary color. And this time for our second color, we shall only work the petals until we have a total of 3 petals. So follow the same exact instructions as we did for the full flower, and follow along until you have only 3 petals on your flower, and then I'll meet you back to show you what to do at that point. So just watch the video carefully. This is the same exact process that we followed for the first flower, and we want to get to that point where we have only 3 petals for our flower, and then we shall pick it up from there to create the half flower and attach it at the top of the bra cup. Alright guys, I'm at that point where I have only 3 petals, and that's exactly what we want for the half flower. We're going to go ahead and place 1 single crochet in each of the next stitches until the end of the round, because for the half flower we are only creating 3 petals. So go into the next stitch, single crochet, and single crochet into the next, single crochet into the next, and repeat that until the end of the round. So when you make it all the way around, you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the round, and this is what your work will look like. Only 3 petals. And then we're going to go ahead and work and finish up our petals just like we did for the full flower. So you're going to go into the next stitch and place 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then into the next stitch you're going to place a total of 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here you're going to go into the next stitch with a total of 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. That's all. And then from here you're going to do a double crochet into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, and then a single crochet into the next stitch. And then you're going to skip over the chain 1 space and slip stitch into the next single crochet and slip stitch into the next single crochet. So we are done with our very first petal. Let's repeat the same exact process. Single crochet into the first stitch of the next petal, half double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, 4 double crochets into the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 3 double crochets into the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the last stitch. And then you're going to skip over the chain 1 space and slip stitch into each of the next 2 stitches. Now we are done with our second petal, and we're going to just repeat the same exact process for the third petal. So go along the side, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and then double crochet 4 times into the next stitch, 2, 3, and 4, double crochet 3 times into the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and skip over the chain 1 space, and you're going to slip stitch into the next single crochet right there. So we are done with our third petal, and this is the final petal of our half flower. You're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. So this is our half flower finished. You're going to decide which colors that you want for your half flower. For me, I went with orange and white, and that's the color that I am going to attach onto my bra cup. So we followed the same exact instructions. As you can see, both are half flowers and they're made in the same exact way. So pick your colors and feel free to explore with your color combinations. And we're going to go ahead and get a strand of yarn of the boundary color, which is white for my case, and use a darning needle to attach the flower onto our bra cup. So thread your darning needle and start attaching your flower. This is what I want to do. I want this petal here to sit in the middle of these 2 petals. So I'm going to start attaching all the way around. All right, now that we are done attaching our half flower, I'm going to push my yarn onto the back side, and I'm going to make a knot just like we did for our full flower. You just make a triple knot at the back of your work to secure your yarn, and make sure the flower doesn't detach from the bracket. And this is what the back side of our bracket looks like. It's very neat, and if you would wish to line it, you can go ahead and do that. But the stitch that we've decided to use for the bracket is literally not a see-through stitch, so you can get away with that step. And this is what our very first bracket looks like. We're going to go ahead and make a similar or an identical piece to this one, the same exact number of rows for the bracket, and then you go ahead and make a full flower, and then also go ahead and make a half flower and attach your flowers onto the brackets just like we have here. I decided to change the placement of the flower here, but you can go ahead and do the same exact thing if you want to be very accurate. But this is just a random placement. Our straps are here. And now the next thing to do is to attach the two brackets by making a long chain. I did a chain of 250, and we're going to thread it into our darning needle. Get your chain and thread it into your darning needle, and we're going to go ahead and weave it into the base of the two brackets. So just a simple chain of 250 or whatever number of chains that you've decided to go for, and you're going to get your very first bracket and go in and out of random stitches at the base of the bracket, and then pull the chain through just like that. So my darning needle is metallic, so it's a little bit slippery, and that's fine. I'm used to it like that. So that's all that we're going to do. This is going to make the base of the brackets adjustable so that you can place them the way you wish when you're wearing this top. And once you get across the very first bracket, you're going to introduce your second one and do the same exact thing in and out of the base of the second bracket, just like that. Another thing is my hands are already sweaty a bit, so this becomes a challenge, but eventually you can pull through the chain, and then you can remove your darning needle from here. And let's see what we have right now. The brackets can be adjusted on body if you want to create a very big gap in between the brackets. That's totally up to you at this point, but for us, we are done. These are the top straps, and these are going to be tied around the neck just like this, and then these are the bottom straps that are going to tie behind your back. So you will just tie them at the back of your top just like this, and then your body will literally be in this space here. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to check out the written pattern and also check out the matching bucket hat for this design. I hope you enjoyed making it as much as I enjoyed bringing it for you, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.